Now, our coverage of a recent school bullying incident is generating a very big response from our News 4 viewers. As a parent, what can you do if your child is the victim of bullying? Senior correspondent Rich Newberg spoke with an expert from the University at Buffalo today. He brings us this update tonight.
Pick up the phone and call the teacher and say, are you noticing anything?
Whether it's bullying on the bus or in the schoolyard, parents are being directed to take action if their child is being tormented.
If it's really, really serious, I would pick up the phone immediately and call the principal and say, I need you to look into this.
But several parents I have interviewed question whether their school districts are coming down hard enough on the bullies, even though there are zero-tolerance guidelines in place. Tammy Gatsky tells me her 6-year-old daughter, Angel, who goes to Truman Elementary School in Lackawanna, had been seriously threatened by 2 boys at different times on the bus.
Told by 2 different separate kids that they were going to bring in a gun and blow our brains out.
Principal Maureen Fernandez, who would not be interviewed on camera, told me the issue had been addressed and that there were consequences, adding that Angel Gatsky was partly to blame. But Mrs. Gatsky believes a gun threat should be met with suspension, which she says has not happened.
At least the kids that are bullying to be suspended, a bus aide put on the bus, cameras, something, because she's terrified to go to school.
Others say some school bus drivers don't seem to be doing enough when students are being subjected to bullying. Susan Quinn drove a bus for Buffalo schools for 21 years.
It's gotten real bad, and I blame the drivers for this also. Pull over, get on that radio, write out an incident report. The kid will get kicked out of school for 3 or 4 days. Can't get on the bus. Parents have got to get them to school.
Kids need to talk to adults who have the power to stop the bullying, and they have to feel comfortable enough to do that.
That means starting with the people they trust and know the best, which is usually the teacher, but can also be a school counselor.
We talked about this in the newsroom because we got such a big response. So many people have just heartbreaking stories about what's happening on the bus. It is. What is it about the bus that brings this out?
Well, Dr. DeLucia Wack tells me bullies tend to act out when other children are watching, but when authority figures may not be around.